then Chelsea Gray has averaged 11 points throughout this final series, but tonight she scores her series high in getting you 18 points. And she's been struggling. And no, and most of the time, Chelsea Gray is an all-out facilitator for the squad. I know y'all may or may not heard it, on the broadcast. It was like Asia had to get on Chelsea Gray ass and be like, "Hey, I should never have more assists than you. Like, what the fuck is you on right now?" And so them having that relationship to like get on each other, hold each other accountable. But apart from the assists and her averaging 7 assists this series tonight, she was a bucket. She was a bucket, man. She was a absolute bucket, and that being Chelsea Gray. And so you go from having to worry about Jewel Lord and Dana Evans coming off the bench. And you probably, I'm assuming as a coaching staff, Nate Tibbetts and them, they're saying, hey, let's just let Asia rock and let's just try to pray and figure the rest out. But we ain't no stopping Asia, right? And you think, all right, we're going to try to contain Jackie Young. And you look up and Chelsea Gray is en route to 18 points. And it's just like, damn, like, where and how do we stop the bleeding from this team that is showing to be a team we ain't seen, because they're like developing and morphing into their final form of being like the best team that they can be with the roster. And then you got somebody like Jackie Young. She goes off, what's that, game 2? She goes crazy game 2 for 21 in the third quarter and 32 for a team high. She averages 20 points in this series, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, or 5 rebounds, 6 assists. And then tonight, she switches places with Chelsea Gray, and she goes crazy with the assists. She got you 7 rebounds and 8 assists tonight, and still gave you 18. Where do you stop the bleeding from? like they are so deserving, man, to win this championship, because it's not about being the best team during the regular season. It's not about trying to be the best team during the first round or the second round. It's about being the best team when the moment most calls for it, and that is in the finals. That is in the finals. It matters not what you did in the regular season. Minnesota Lynx, Cleveland Lynx, Minnesota Cavaliers. It matters not what you do in the regular season. It matters not what you do in the first round or the second round. If when you get to the final round, you don't do what you're supposed to do. And every which way, this team, these players collectively and individually handled their role and their responsibility and stepped up big in the WNBA finals.